Well, the good news for Real Salt Lake fans is that the strike has been averted. Even though the CBA went down to the 11th hour, Real Salt Lake back on the field training here at America's First Field in preparation for the start of the 2015 MLS season. They'll start on the road at Portland Timbers.
They're going to come out with some fire, especially the first game out in Portland. They're going to counterattack a lot on us, and that's what we're going to have to be aware of.
I'm sure they'll be the same Portland counter-attacking team, strong, physical. It'll be a battle, and then going up there is always tough on the turf. So we expect first game in the season, it's always more a physical battle than a football game. So definitely expecting a hard-fought game.
Caleb's really kind of gone out with the same lineup that he had at the end of the year because Johnson and Valeri were out. They've thrown in a couple new players with Asprilla, and now Jewsbury's looking like he's going to be in there. But they got faster with Asprilla up top, and they have dynamic outside backs that love to get forward. So I don't think anything changes too drastically, but they can tweak it a little bit and maybe put Nagby underneath Adi, but we'll prepare for it all.
A bit of a wild offseason for Real Salt Lake, ended up in third place in the Western Conference in 2014. Gone are the likes of Nat Borchers, Ned Grabavoy, Chris Winger, Robbie Finley, Sebastian Velasquez, and Carlos Salcedo. In comes DeMar Phillips, Pekka, Hamas, and Olave, as well as a formation switch to a 4-3-3.
We really tried to implement this new system, gotten good buy-in from the players, and it's been successful. There are areas that you can get caught. When you're sending a lot of players forward, you got to be very mindful of what's going on behind the ball. And this is a formation I think we're going to continually get better throughout the year. I think we're going to be very good at the beginning of the year, but we're going to get better and smarter and more efficient and better movement because there's a lot of moving pieces. It's not just two forwards and an attacking midfielder and maybe one diamond midfielder getting in. There's a lot of moving parts that we're trying to do, and as we get more comfortable and better in the system, I think we're going to be a very, very dangerous team.
That just means one less midfield spot available, so definitely going to keep all the midfielders on their toes, fighting for a place in that formation. So, looking forward to it. We tried it the whole pre-season, and we've got better as the weeks gone by, and obviously the Desert Diamond tournament that we just played in, winning all 4 games, was good for the whole squad, showing that we've got depth in the squad even when we put out our second string team. So definitely showing the value of the squad and looking forward to playing the formation.
It'll be a little different, but we still have a lot of guys that have been here for a while, and we know their tendencies. I know Javi's tendencies, I know Kyle's tendencies, so it's how we move around each other. That's going to be key for us.
Well, Caleb Porter and the Portland Timbers missing out on the playoffs in 2014, but additions of Nat Borchers, Adam Kouassi in goal. Still some question marks though. Diego Valeri out with an ACL injury. Will Johnson still not fully recovered from a double tib-fib fracture on the road in Toronto FC. And late news that Diego Chara picking up a knock with his calf injury. The question for Real Salt Lake, how will the formation look when the whistle blows Saturday evening?
Just adds a good solid beard to the defence, So no, it's been a shame to lose. Knight is a great professional, carries himself really good on and off the field, so we know how well he is at commanding the defence, but at the same time it can work into our advantage, knowing where his weaknesses are, if there is any weaknesses. So no, it'd be good to see him, but for those 90 minutes we'll definitely make sure we get the job done. And now that we lost Borchers, we got Olave, so he's just as, if not stronger, one of the strongest defenders in the league. So I'm sure we'll be there physically and height for set pieces, so looking forward to trying to get a couple of goals off those.
Their backline gets stronger, gets more focused with Nat there. Obviously without Johnson and Valeri, it's a little bit of a different look for them, but Fernandez is a very good player. Nagby's still there with Wallace and Adi, and then they have Urruti typically coming off the bench. And then, it's who they play at holding mid now that Szymanski went down with an ACL. If I'm guessing, it's going to be Jewsbury. And again, it's a veteran player, it's a smart player, so we'll have to keep the ball moving quick and find the gaps.
Watch RSL take on the Portland Timbers on March 7th at 8:30 on KMYU.